The build theme for the Diecast Exchange March 2025 challenge is Post-Apocalyptic. For this build, we were also asked to create a short backstory summarizing how our fictitious vehicle came to be. The backstory behind my vehicle is loosely inspired by the character Harry Newcomb from the book Lucifer's Hammer. In the book, Harry is a letter carrier, and when the apocalypse hits, Harry just keeps on delivering the mail. For my build, I would need a postal delivery vehicle. As a bit of a twist, I decided to make it a 1930s vintage postal delivery vehicle, so I started with a Matchbox Model A truck. This particular casting was a mail-in promotional giveaway from the Kellogg Company. I began disassembling the casting by drilling out the rivets. These are all the parts of the Model A after disassembly. The body and fenders were stripped of paint and prepared for repainting. Templates for armored window panels were made from an old business card. The templates were then used to cut armor panels from 10/1000ths of an inch thick aluminum sheet. The viewports in the armor were created using a small drill bit, a hobby knife, and needle files. Some machine guns were 3D printed to give the vehicle some weapons. 2 would be mounted in the truck cab, shooting through the windshield armor, and the other 2 would be mounted shooting rearward through the portholes in the rear doors. In my stash, I found a set of Real Rider-style wheels that were a good approximation of old wooden-spoked wheels. I just didn't like them in silver for this build, so I painted them green to match the body of the truck. When the paint was dry, I refitted the rubber tires. Some appropriate U.S. mail decals were designed and printed on white decal paper. The tiny black crop marks on the decals were put there to help me align my steel ruler when using a hobby knife to cut the decals to size. With the majority of paint and assembly work completed, I began weathering the truck using ground-up artist pastels. Later, assorted acrylic washes would be used for further weathering. Here's a quick look back at the original casting. And here's my Postal Apocalypse mail delivery truck. The backstory for my build goes something like this. The postal delivery service ran deep in Harold Parcells' blood. He was a third-generation postmaster in the small northern town of Wayward. His grandfather even owned a restored 1930 Ford mail delivery truck that they would drive in the annual 4th of July parade. When the apocalypse hit Wayward, the EMP wiped out the electronics in Harry's modern postal delivery truck. So Harry borrowed the old Ford from Gramps and continued to deliver the mail and the gossip to the tight-knit community. As time passed, the occasional outsider would cross paths with Harry. To guard against those with less than honorable intentions, Harry made some strategic upgrades to the old Ford. Cora, as Harry had affectionately named the Ford, received twin forward-facing machine guns. Harry called them Mimi and Fifi. And a pair of rear-facing machine guns were added that he named Laverne and Shirley. Harry was often heard to say, "Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night, nor apocalypse will stay this courier from the swift completion of his appointed rounds." Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the build.